Hello everyone, this is Impulse and welcome back to the HermitCraft server. Today, guys, I got something real fun in store for you. We are going to be working on this thing right behind me here. Let me turn around so I can point properly. This thing right here. We built it up last time. We've got the outer walls done. It is time now to shift our focus to the inside and actually turn these guys into floors. And we're just going to start one by one, and we will be putting some new farms inside this and using some of the old farms in new ways. It's going to be really cool. I can't wait. So I'm going to right now actually get some things together. I'm going to start preparing this for the first farm we're going to build, and I'm going to do so during a live stream. So in case you guys don't know, I do a lot of live streaming now on beam.pro/ImpulseSV is the channel. You guys want to check that out and go over there, follow me, make sure you're not missing the live streams. Typically on Sunday mornings, I do a nice long vanilla live stream, and that's what I'm about to go do right now. And we are going to get started on a new farm. I'll give you a hint. That's all you get for a hint. But we're gonna get started on the live stream, and we'll see how far we get. And I'll come back in just a second here and show you what we've accomplished. All right, there you can see them. We've got cows on parade happening already. Oh man, that was such a fun live stream. Went over 4 hours long, and we got a lot done. It was awesome. So, started working on the cow farm in here. So first of all, we put this in. We've got a little elevator here, minecart elevator, to get us up to this top floor, or the second floor here, I should say. This is the floor where we escort these villagers over to either Mumbo's or into my sorting system there, or villager trading hall, I should say. And what I did here is I just kind of carved out a corner over here, and we've put in a cow farm using mushrooms, of course, because why not? And it's pretty cool here. Let me talk about this just a little bit. So we've got here, I got a little slime block launcher. Oops, if I need to probably run on that a little faster or something. There we go. Slime block launcher, get you up here. You stand on a pressure plate. These guys bob up and down. Then you can just go ahead, reach in here, and feed them some wheat. At that point, they're going to breed, and all their babies basically get shot down into a little water reserve down here. You can see these guys are just standing on an iron bar. There's basically only space at their feet next to them where you see these signs. There's open blocks, and that allows the babies to make their way down into this water source. And then we have some fun with them at that point. Basically just wanted to kind of have a little kind of float by this window here, just so that as people are, walking around on the server and looking up in my windows, there might randomly be some mushroom cows just kind of wandering by the window. So yeah, they go up this little elevator to loop them back through. At this point, this thing has a couple different modes to it, which is pretty cool. I might change this. I'm not happy with this. I kind of just did a single redstone underneath the pressure plate there, and I don't know. It might be too fast. I might want to add a repeater. There's the word. So yeah, right now the mode that it's on is basically going to allow me to stock up more of these mushrooms, which is what we want, because I think I want about, 25 to 30 maybe in there should be fine, I guess. And I think we'll actually have about that many after these guys all grow up. So basically right now, it's just looping them back through, dropping them back onto this area here, and as long as they're babies, they're just going to keep looping around. But once they're adults, they'll land and they'll actually stay there. So we can fill this thing back, or up for the first time, really. And I think that's probably the last time I'm ever going to need that. If something happens and a few die on accident or something, maybe I'll need it again. But we've got it also over here, this lever, and basically what this does is it basically allows the water to then split out. So do I want to demonstrate? I got one. Let's see, let's demonstrate on this last one if we can. There we go. So we bring him over, and he goes up this and basically drops down into this little chamber here. You can see this, and he'll hit a There you go. Drops right down. And as long as he's a baby, you can see the lava's not going to affect him. So as soon as he grows up, of course, he's going to grow up into that lava block. That's going to cook him, and we're going to get this out of him automatically. So we have the ability now to AFK. And close that back off since these guys are making their way back through. I really want to stock this thing up. We have the ability to be here AFK, away from keyboard. I get that asked all the time. And just hold down right click basically, and these guys will breed, and they will just go into the killing chamber and automatically get killed as soon as they grow up. And we get everything stocked up in here. So we get ourselves some steak and some leather, and it's going to be amazing. So pretty cool. Just kind of designed this on the fly on the live stream. I think it turned out pretty good. I like this idea. We got the observer block here pointing down into or into a solid block, which is going to power that to activate the dispenser. So basically there is no on-off switch. It's completely hands-free. If I'm standing on this, it's going to be on. If I'm not standing on it, it turns itself off, which is awesome. And a nice little feature to have here. Ooh, we got one that grew up in there. Are you... He should make it. Oh, he's kind of stuck in the block there. Might have to go half slabs or something. I think he grew up as he was bouncing up, and it forced him to, or caused him to kind of glitch up into that block. So maybe I'm going to have to switch this over to half slabs. I'm going to wait a while. I'm going to leave him in there. Somebody's flying by out there. Who was that? Probably Scar. I think, yeah, well, Cub fan and Ren on as well. So, oh, another one just grew up in there, didn't it? So let's see. As these guys grow up in this canal, that's something I gotta watch for. I might just need to take these glass blocks out and convert it to these stone slabs or something, which won't look as good, unfortunately, but I think it'll give them the headroom they need in case that happens. But anyway, typically we won't have mushrooms growing up inside because it's just going to be on automatically going over there for the most part, and they'll make their way around once as babies and then go right into there. So that's not going to be a big problem in the future. So maybe I'll just deal with it for now. Anyway, the next part of this that we need to do to make this thing fully AFK-able is to have a way to distribute the wheat to us. So as we're standing here and we're breeding these guys, you see we're losing wheat, and you know, we want to always make sure that we have wheat in our hands so that if we are automatically holding down right click, we will never run out, and we can continue to just keep breeding them as long as we want, as long as we want to stay AFK. So in order to do that, I think what I'm going to do is I have a wheat farm way down at the bottom of the super chunk. I am going to use those drops, and so right now those drops should be coming up here through this elevator, this item elevator, circle around the villagers, and that's just so the villagers can pick up carrots if they need to eat something to continue breeding. And then it comes back down here, swoops around here, and all these items get dropped into the sorting system below. So what we want to do is kind of snag any of the wheat that comes by, bring it up to where we're standing, and kind of just shoot it into our pocket here, and I think that will work. So that's kind of the next step that I need to do on this thing. But I have a little concern right now because I haven't seen any wheat come through here. This entire time I've been in here building this up, not once have I seen any wheat come through the system. So I need to go down below and check on the wheat farm and make sure that it's okay. That I've been losing villagers every once in a while with that farm style. So man, we got a backup of cows. Come on, let them through, let them through. Oh, this could be a problem. This could be a problem. All right, let me go check on the wheat farm because I got a bad feeling something not good is going on down there. So let me head down there and I'll meet you there. All right, so I came down here and I'm staring at this and I'm looking at the wheat and I'm going, what is happening? Confusion. And then it hit me. It hit me. We're not collecting the wheat. A while back, I installed an on-off switch for the wheat collection. I'm sure I showed you guys. Again, I did that in a live stream. But we put this in, you can see this redstone line. Basically, the only way this is going to come down and activate this redstone here is when I'm standing on a pressure plate up there at the Skelly farm, at my little Skelly grinder. So that's the only way this is going to turn on. And at that point, you know, these pistons push out this block over this torch, which powers the block, which powers the repeater, which powers the track, which allows the hopper minecarts to move. And they go down and back, and that will pick up all the wheat that's just kind of floating there, hanging out, and then it will drop off into a hopper chain underneath that, and that hopper chain's covered by these droppers here, or furnaces. I use furnaces. Whoops. Droppers are a little better for helping lag, but anyway, this is still helpful. Oh, I just picked up some wheat through the crack there. So yeah, there's a hopper chain that goes through here, and then gets spit out into that water canal, which leads to that item elevator. So there's a lot going on here, but this is problematic for me right now because I want this thing to be running whilst I am breeding those cows, breeding those mushrooms, I should say. So I think what I'm going to have to do, I got a couple choices here. Either I'm going to just turn this on so that it's always running. If we do that, it's going to cause a problem, or potentially could cause a problem with these things stopping mid-track when chunks get unloaded. So if we walked away far enough that these chunks unloaded and the hopper minecart was in the middle of moving, they basically get saved a disk as a chunk unloads. And then when I come back in the area, it gets loaded back from the disk. And sometimes, every once in a while, there's a bit of a problem where it doesn't remember the momentum of the cart, and so the cart just kind of stops, and that's not going to be fun trying to replace these carts when it's just a one high gap under here, and yeah, I'd have to like break stuff, and I don't want to do that. So that's the whole reason why I put that switch in case you were wondering. So I don't want to just turn this thing on and leave it on. That's gonna potentially cause huge problems for me. So I think instead is I might just move this, not this part, but the actual what's triggering it. I might just have to move that to where I'm at with the cow farm, so that as I'm standing there, you know, breeding cows, then it's on, instead of it being at the Skelly farm. So that's what I'm gonna do. I gotta check things out to see if this is even possible, because there's a lot of stuff going on here, and there could be some things in the way, and I need to figure that out. So let me go scope things out and see if there's even a chance for us to make that work. And if not, then we got a pretty big problem to solve, so we'll have to put some thought into it. But okay, let me take a peek and see what we can do. All right, I got it all figured out, and it is, I believe, going to work. So check it out. Over here in the corner, I have dug down, and I've managed to not hit anything important, which is nice. So we're kind of like if we look down below here, we're kind of like outside of the villager trading system, but inside the outside walls, if that makes sense. So I can put a downward basically line. I need a redstone line that goes down so that we can activate it up here, and then it'll push the signal all the way down. And so I'm going to show you, I'm going to go all the way down here, and hopefully I don't die. It's kind of a far way down. Oh, it took a few hearts, but we're good. So I came all the way down here, and I managed to find the redstone line that was coming out of the Skelly farm. So it's right here. This is the plate that we stood on before to activate the wheat collection. And basically, if you stand here, it will turn on that redstone line that's going under the ground here, and that goes down to the, let's see if we can just dig it up real quick so you can see, that's this guy. It's with the slime blocks, and it pushes the redstone line all the way down, which is perfect, So we can actually make it so that you can stand either place. You can still stand in the Skelly farm, which will turn that line on, or I'll put another redstone signal deal in here. So basically, if we just did this, redstone dust, bring that around, connect it down here just to intersect these two lines together, and oh, it's down one further, so we need to go that one. Hello. So we'll drop it down here, see those connect there, and then when we hit this with redstone, that will turn on the wheat farm collection. So at this point, those minecarts should have taken off and started collecting some wheat. So what I'll do here is, because it is a tight squeeze, I'm not going to do the slime block thing. I'm just going to do kind of a standard sticky piston redstone block way of doing it. And we used to do it all the time before slime blocks were out. So basically right now we would want the sticky piston to be extended to turn it on, which means the piston itself would actually be right there facing down. And then we'll put a block on top of that. So I gave myself jump boost because that really helps when you're doing this. So we'll give ourselves jump boost, put redstone dust on top of that guy, and then because we have the jump boost, now what we can do is actually place a redstone block on top of that, and then we can kind of repeat the process. So it's a bit of a pain since we have a tight space here. I probably will end up digging out a little bit of space just so that I have it to work with, and I believe I can go to the right just a little bit here. So if we do that, it lets in some light as well, which is good. So here, I'll give you the final product here. Basically, redstone block, and then this is the part that's a little tricky because we need to actually place a piston, again, facing up, and it'll eventually, or facing down, it'll eventually get extended to pull that block back up once we're done with this whole thing. So basically that's how it's going to work, and I'll finish doing that. It's going to be a bit tedious. There might be a better way to place those blocks that I haven't thought of, but that's basically the gist of it. So yep, when we turn it on and then back off, it'll pull these redstone blocks up, and that'll turn it back off. So there you go. Let me get that done and we'll give it a test. All right, I got the vertical redstone done here. You can see it goes all the way down. You can see currently the redstone down there is off, and that is because I have this off. So I put a lever in here just to make sure it goes all the way down. You see it turns on. That should now send the minecarts out to collect some wheat. So we should see some wheat coming up in the elevator. Obviously, I don't want to rely on an on-off switch. So instead, what I've done here, you can see this couple slime blocks here and a redstone block. And what it's doing is it's leveraging the fact that our observer block always emits a 1-tick pulse, right? So when we step on this, it's going to activate that piston real quick, 1 tick, and by doing so, it left, I don't know if I can show you, it left the redstone block behind. It actually left all the slime. There's a space there now. Left the 2 slime blocks with the redstone block. It pushed it out and left it behind because of the 1 tick. And you can see the redstone line now is on. That's going over to the piston, vertical piston tower there. You can see the arm extended barely in the corner there. And that's going to leave the minecarts to run as we stand here, which is perfect. That's what we want. So now we should start seeing some wheat being collected, making its way up through this item elevator. And there you go, right there, perfect, good timing. It's gonna go up and around. They're not gonna pick it up because they don't pick up wheat to eat or anything. And then it will drop back down and head into the sorting system, which is the next thing we need to solve. So I was thinking about this for a while, trying to figure out exactly what I'm going to do, and I was like, okay, well, it's easy. I'll collect the wheat with a hopper and then put it in a little dropper elevator, bring it up to us, spit it out and into our pocket, and then we'll use that. And then I thought, well, that's kind of complicated, first of all. Then we need item sorters to know that it's wheat, and we're going to, the dropper elevator, like, why am I bringing items back up when I'm already dropping them down? So instead, I have a different idea. I'm actually going to change where we're dropping these things. Instead of dropping them over there, I think I'm going to actually have it drop down right here behind me. So all the items coming through the system would actually be dropping right behind my back as I stand on this. And if it's wheat and I need it, then it will land in my inventory. If not, it's going to keep going. So let's go ahead and make that change right now. And I kind of like it. I really like it because it seems like the simple way to do it is usually the best. And what we'll do is we'll land it on ice right here and bring it over like this. So all this is going to have to go. And let's see, I need to get some glass to just have the waterways for it. So it's going to go through here, basically land here on this block. Oop. and then we'll skirt it off into the system. So we'll just do this, And we'll break this guy. It looks like I used black glass on this other one, so I may end up having to come back here and revert that back. But let's see, break this guy, change that, and then we'll, for now, until we get this fixed, let's leave that. And we'll go up there, change where this is routed to. Let's see if I can get up there. Oh, hey guys, how you doing? Still hanging in there? Right on. Alright, so right now it was going to here and then dropping down. We don't want that to happen anymore. What we want to do is actually extend this out to where we're going. And we're going to lose a few items in the process here as we build this out, but that's okay. Alright, so we need to go over here and then make the turn. Where is it at? Right here. One more. Okay. And then we'll come along here till it's over our head, basically, or over the spot right behind us, which I went too far. That would be there. Okay, so it needs to fall off here, basically down into a canal that we create here. And I'm going to go ahead and build this up around it real quick so that we know that's where it ends. And then we can build our iceways, or our little canal here for it to go. That should be perfect. I think I'm in the right spot. Yes. It was a little hard to tell. There was glass there, and I couldn't remember why. Is because when I had the slime block launcher, which I tore out, as you probably saw, I had to put a little spot where I'd hit my head, because otherwise you would go up too high. So I'm going to have to figure out a different... I'll probably just put that slime block launcher in a different spot, and that should be good to go. I need... Let's just do this. I was going to say I need signs, but I can get away with that. Put 2 there so that mobs won't spawn, so that should be good. And then we need to figure out how much more water we need to put in place here. So here I was cutting this off. I don't need to cut that off anymore. We can let that go. Oh, but it doesn't go around the corner, so let's do this. Let's stop it one short, and then we'll put in, this is why I brought regular ice with me, so I could just do this to get myself a nice water source. Hopefully that carries all the way, and it does. Cool. So you can see now the stuff landed on top of that glass down there. We're going to actually need to get ourselves I think a full glass tube kind of deal happening here. So let's go ahead and just kind of do one of these things. And it should fall down in here is what we want. We can save these corner ones. I don't really need those corner blocks in. They were just little helpers. And then we can go... Can I reach? We got jump boost. Oh, man. Not quite. Oh, well. Let's do a few more, and then we can probably get it done. And there. Bring all that down. Thank you for sleeping, Cub, so it's not so dark. All right. This is just to make sure no items escape as they fall down the little chute here. And I'm out of glass. Hopefully I have some more over here. Yep. All right, cool. So let's finish this up. If I can get back up there. Oh my gosh. There's so much glass. I went absolutely crazy with the glass in here. I'm not sure why I can't get out now. Oh my goodness. I can't even get out of here. I've locked myself in. There we go. Oh. All right, so let's finish this tube off. Looks like I can reach from here now, which is nice. So that we can come down straight into here. And there. And then this is where we stand, so that's perfect. We can probably do this, and then we'll just make our walkway in from over here, maybe? And I think that would be just fine. And did we get it all? All right, that should finish it up. So now we can just stand here, and we should see stuff starting to come into our inventory. Now, we're going to get a lot of other random stuff. So if we did this right... Oh, I don't have any... I didn't put any water down there. But let's go ahead and see if this does, in fact, work. If we just are standing here, are we going to collect anything in our inventory? Right now, I don't see any items coming up the elevator. So, come on now. We need something to come up. We got all these farms running. We should definitely have something coming up. Yeah, I need to put that water down there, and that'll skirt it off there. We'll fix that here in a second. Come on. Okay, there's seeds. So seeds are getting sent up from the farm, the wheat farm, which is fine. Those typically will make it into the sorting system, and because there's no sorter for them, they'll get automatically destroyed. But let's see if they end up in our pockets as we stand here. Yep. So perfect. So if it was wheat, what we want to do is basically put wheat in one of our slots here in the hand that we're holding. The hand that we're holding in the spot that is our hand. Fill up everything else so nothing else can come in our inventory that we don't want. And then we would be collecting wheat as we use it, which would be perfect. So that is awesome. Now let's just make sure that everything else is going to go where it's supposed to go, which is that way. And I am stuck in here now. Let's see if I can I do this? Can I glitch through the... Sometimes that works if you glitch into the corner. I guess not. Not going to work for me today. Of course not. Not while I'm on camera here. So then we can get rid of this guy. Right there. And what we need is this to actually turn a corner. So I think we have enough space to just do something like that. Then it will turn and they'll go into the sorting system. Perfect. Perfect. Super excited. Oh, I need more water over there though. Oh. All right. And now we're perfect. That's what I meant. All right. Now it'll go all the way into the sorting system. Awesome. And I can take this out. All right. Cool. So that is a done deal, guys. Now we have wheat being automatically delivered to us as we're AFK breeding here, which is awesome. So we got it done. We got it done. It only took one episode. Well, okay. It took a long time, but anyway, guys, I had a lot of fun building this up. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the episode. That's going to be it for me today. If you enjoyed the video, please make sure you hit that like button. And if you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe before you go. And with that said, I'll see you guys again next time. Have a good one, everyone.